What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and this week we have more Esper units. Yay! I'll talk about that in a minute, but they're from Final Fantasy XIII, so if you're a big FF13 fan, you're gonna be happy about that, and I finally get my revenge against Dark Visions, hopefully without cheaters this time. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so like I said, I wanted to talk about all these Esper units. It seems like for weeks and weeks, and I know some of you guys dig them. I just don't. Starting with Ifrit Rain, if I don't pull for a Rain unit, you know something's up. And it's just I haven't felt the flow of these Esper units. It seems like it's the same event over and over and over again for like 2 months now, ever since Full Metal Alchemist went away. We did have the break with Cloud in there, covered it a little bit, did some pulls off stream, shouldn't have done that, I understand, won't happen again. But then I was like, we're gonna have a break from these Espers because we have a few more left of the storyline Espers. But no, they're gonna give us the Final Fantasy XIII units with the Espers, kind of similar to Lightning and Hope here. We have Daughter of Destiny Vanille and Graceful Champion Fang. Now, again, I just, personally, the Ffbe versions of the Esper units look fantastic. I think these look bad, dude. I can't get over how smashed and not good these look, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, can we just get away from Esper units that take up half the screen? However, I do want to point out that I will be pulling, finally, for one of the Esper units for sure, maybe two. The one for sure is going to be Lid Lakshmi, or Lakshmi Lid, I guess you could say, the combo. Because not only does she break 80%, which I still need a bigger breaker because I missed out on Riku, you know, I swung and I missed. She also, like, it's a 4-turn cooldown, 80% break on attack, defense, magic, and spirit. And this is just one of the things she does. And removes all buffs from the enemy. So how many times have we used that where we're like, it's a cooldown on Kryla or somebody like that where we get rid of all the buffs so we don't have to get rid of our debuffs, and it's like a 10-turn cooldown or something? No! For Lakshmi Lid, that is, from what I understand from research, it is a 4-turn cooldown into an 80% break, like both of, and the removes all buffs. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going, and she looks beautiful. I think she's one of the best looking ones there is, the Lakshmi Lid. So that's the one I'm going for. A little off topic, but I know people are wondering when the next time I'm going to pull. That's the one, and it's probably going to be next week because I keep just releasing these Esper units. Anyway, let's discuss the ones that are actually coming out. It would appear that we are looking at similar step ups and the whole, you know, do one lap of the 12K and get one of the prisms if you would like to go for these units. Looking at Daughter of Destiny Vanille, she's going to be kind of like Lakshmi Lid in a way. She's going to break 80% across the board. She's going to be a breaker debuffer with some damage, along with being an Earth Imperiler and Imbuer. So if you're looking for somebody that can do that Earth stuff for Dark Visions, this could be your gal when it comes to that. Looking at our Super Trust Mastery reward, we have boost magic and spirit by 60%, boost resist to stop and escape certain death one time when HP is above a certain point. So we get guts, we get magic and spirit 60%, and we get stop resist. Fantastic. I mean, this, I really like STMRs. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go crazy for this. I'm not even going to pull in this banner, but I like STMRs that can be used across the board. This seems like it could go on a lot of different units. All of your mages, all of your tanks, all of your support units could be slapped on all of them. And then even if your unit may need, your attack unit may need a lot of spirit or stop to be resisted here, we have an option with that now with this STMR. I kind of like it a lot. It's very versatile. Her Trust Mastery reward, Marlboro Wand, attack 41, magic 125, spirit 108, two-handed weapon, activate a lady's kiss. Boost HP by 30%, nullify poison and paralyze. It's actually pretty strong. I mean, it's not the highest magic stat in the world, but that spirit 108 is pretty hefty to go along with it, and the HP 30% and paralyze resist is nice, but it is a whip, and a lot of people have a hard time, you know, with having a whip as an equipable item. It's just not one of those ones that are all over the place. I mean, when you go to use the summer whip ability and put that whip on somebody, sometimes it kind of hurts, but Myra always has your back with it, so maybe you want to get this for your Myras out there or something like that. And again, we've talked about what she can do. She's going to be mostly a breaker for you in the party, really crunching down what she can do. Earth Imbuer, Earth Imperiler, stuff like that. Next up, we have Graceful Champion Fang. Super Trust Mastery reward, Memories of Ragnarok, boost damage for jump attacks, and boost by 70% when equipped with a spear. Oh man, every time I see something like this, I just think, man, my boy Sid could be doing even more damage. So if you're loving your Sid or your any of your Dragoons out there, obviously it's going to be amazing for them. Going to be very, very strong. And that's why you want to pull, you know, your Dark Vision, Sid dropping down on people's heads or dropping down on people's heads. And yeah, that's going to be great for them. The Trust Master Award, attack 135, two-handed weapon, activate Breath of the Dragon King, boost physical damage against dragons. It's so-so for me. I mean, there are a lot of items out there that you guys can get that is around this. There was even a free one that came out that gave you boost damage. Now, I know this is giving you Dragon Killer, but what this game loves to do to you guys and me, which really makes me angry, I swear to God it does, is make all these dragon fights and trials somehow have a Dragoon resistance to them. The one time the Dragoons could rise up and kill the dragons they were made to kill, they're like, nah, put some mechanic in there that stops people from using those units that we made. Yeah, don't let them use those units. Make it much harder for them. It's like, are you kidding me? Half the people don't even use their Dragoons. Let them use them against dragons. That's what they're for. So that's why I'm a little bit upset with that. When looking at a unit like Graceful Champion Fang, I'm not too excited about her. Gonna be a damage dealer, and really, we've had a slew of them. I mean, if you guys went for Reagan, Lastwell, any of those, they're all peaking the damage charts. And with Neo Visions on the horizon, that's what I'm saying, guys. When they reveal something as strong as Neo Visions, as nice, as beautiful as Neo Visions, it kind of makes some of these units that were kind of, I'm not going to call them super duds, but they were duds, even more duddy, right? Like, I mean, maybe you're a Fang fan out there, but I'm not. And if this unit isn't popping off, I'd rather save my Lapis for the 1% Neo Vision pulls and start Brave shifting out here, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we're going to go on that. So overall, I think this banner is a mega skip for a lot of people. If you're new to the game or up and coming and you need a breaker, I wouldn't even go for Daughter of Destiny Vanille because we have Lakshmi Lid coming out, which I think is a much better unit in my opinion than Vanille. Just talking about that ability is broken as heck. Moving on down, we're going to be talking about Guiding Hands. This is going to be the raid event where you can go in and get some nice raid stuff, some clothes, some equipment, and then all those great goodies. And you can see that we have a lot of bonus units that you guys actually have been pulling for. Like I talked about, all of these Esper units, I mean, they just hodgepodge of all of them all. But thank goodness they have Cloud on there. Although I didn't get any Tifa during my Cloud pulls, which was absolutely sad. We have the newest Madame Adele Esper unit, which I think hers just flows very well. Her art, I know I didn't talk about it too much, but her art's just beautiful. We have the Ashola you guys could have gotten. We have Kadaj, and a lot of different things. So you guys are going to be able to go in there and get a lot of bonuses and get the stuff you want pretty easily. And Dark Vision. So a lot of people want to know where I ended up in Dark Visions. And I've told the story a few times on stream, but I'd like to tell it in this video as well. Dark Visions for me was a roller coaster of emotions. It was something else, man. Like, I was super excited about it, got in, saw they didn't put any equipment, you know, any equipment quality of life in, for no reason. It makes no sense. After playing a game like 7 Deadly Sins, where they pretty much implement all Japanese quality of life at the beginning of the game or shortly after they release it in Japan, it bears no... Like, I cannot forgive Ffbe for waiting weeks, months and months to put it in the game anymore. My eyes have been open. So when I went in there, and it would take me a long time to equip all my units because usually the fights take certain different equipment, hours on end of switching equipment. And then let's say I want to go back and redo the fight again after I've gone through all 5 bosses or however many they are. I have to go back and re-equip all that equipment because they didn't put the save feature in there. So I'm hoping, I think I read, and again, let me know, I need to know in the comments, let me know. Please comment down below. They said the equipment stuff should be in this one, right? So I get through it all on day 1. Day 2, I get through it all. I'm at like top 300, top 500, something like that. I was super happy, but I did make a tweet saying I was also a little bit upset because I just felt roasted. I felt like I was burned out. It's all this time to go on Ffbe, equip all my units. Thank God for that website. And I was a little burnt out. And then we had the next day come up. Well, right before the next part came up, the area, I heard about something cheating in the game, right? Like, I heard there was some way to dupe a unit and of your own, so you're not supposed to be able to do that, and get really max scores. So for me, I was just like, man, now it's just kick the competitiveness out of it for me. Like, what's the point? Like, the weapons and stuff are awesome, but I have a ton of awesome weapons, right? You guys know how much I've pulled in this game. It was more for me the personal challenge of seeing if I could stay in the top 1,000 or even higher than that, the top 500. For me, it was a competitive thing. Finally, in Ffbe, even because I am a well, I could compete against maybe some of the other wells. There are bigger ones than me, obviously, but I could do that. And they took that away with the cheating. They didn't say anything about it, but they fixed it after the fact. They removed them from the leaderboard. So is it my fault for being a baby back bitch? Yes, I should have completed it and then I would have had a high score. However, like, I don't know, after all that burning out and stuff, I got a little bit down, and it made me even more down about the game Ffbe in general because it took them so long to respond. I figured they should have said something like, we know that that's going on, and then while it was still active, we're going to take care of it. Then I would have pushed to do it. Again, my fault for being a baby, but That's how I felt. So I'm just telling you guys how I truly felt. But this time I'm very excited. I'm going to hopefully have, it's not going to really be a guide. It's just going to show you guys how I do it. You know, like what I use to go through and get my scores, my initial scores. I'm going to hopefully do them on Twitch Thursday, because Thursday nights, if you guys didn't know, are my official FFB streams from now on. All Thursday, all FFB, to give you guys your fix and let me get in there and get everything done. I'm going to hope to do each of them there, and then maybe even Friday would have to be pushed to an FFBE stream, and then maybe an extra stream on Saturday. I can't confirm that, but I'm hoping to get them all on YouTube nonetheless. If they have the equipment slide, the equipment switching, you know, thing where you can save your equipment, it's going to make it way easier, because I could first test it out, save the equipment, right? Go do the other one, test it out, save the equipment, and then when I want to go back and do the video on it, I just load that team in and we're good to go. That's why the content has been a little dry, because they really make it almost impossible unless you record right when you're doing it. It makes it really tough to move on and have fun with the game, because you're trying to make the video. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, guys, with me that obviously is my fault, stuff I'm dealing with the game, but I'm slowly getting through it. And once we get past all these stupid Espers and Neovision comes out, don't worry, man, I'm still excited about the game. There's just been some things that, you know, the gears stopped turning a little bit for me in the game. But I'm very excited about this Dark Visions, and I'm ready to stop being a baby about it. The story continues, and my goodness, man, I'm so far behind in the story. I just think, and this is another part of the game, like, I'm just talking about it just being open. This is another part of the game that really started falling off for me at the 3rd season. I mean, the story just isn't that great. It's not that gripping. I personally just don't care about it at all. I think the writing's not that great. It's just like they kind of moved a little bit on from it. It feels like not, it doesn't have that same FFB Final Fantasy vibe to me. Now, some people out there might like it, but I think the general consensus is the story's not that great. So I've been not really, you know, waiting for the updates to go ahead and play them or read the story. I just kind of been doing whatever. There's going to be login bonuses, and I don't really go over those too much because they happen every once in a while, but or every time. We always get login bonuses, but we are getting another world reset, so be sure to be caught up on the current world resets that they're in and out that you haven't done, and then get ready for this new one to get some more lapis. It's going to be Monday, not after maintenance. It's going to start on Monday, and make sure you clear that out. You're going to be given a month, and you want to get all that lapis just so you guys can do summons. They talk about the ticket summon for the Dark Visions, and my goodness, oh, there's Riku though. Oh, what if I pulled Riku though? Hold up. All right, man, give me some of them tickets. Maybe I'll get a Riku finally. I do have her prism, if you guys don't remember. I have her prisms. Vault of the Hidden Treasures. Make sure you guys are doing that. One of my favorite events in FFB. Half Energy coming here. Season 2 and Season 3 Story Quest. Well, that could get me caught up really quick, right? Because I could do that. Make sure, if you're a newer player, get through the story. Even us veterans, we need to finish our story so we can be caught up for anything that happens in the future. We have Dark Vision special login bonus. I'm assuming this is where we get some of our... No, it's not Dark Vision tickets. Oh, players also receive 1 ticket per day in the mailbox. So yeah, we are going to get that. Wish for me a Riku, guys. I hope you guys get what you want. And then we have the ticket exchanges like obvious for every banner that comes into the game for the exchanges and things like that. So overall, so I'm not excited about Final Fantasy 13 banner at all. Like, just skip that crap, get it out of here. But I am very excited to give Dark Visions another go, to try to make content on it, and hopefully they have that quality of life. Let me know in the comments below, because I really, really hope so, or it's going to be... I just got to get over it, man. I got to persevere, and if it takes hours to re-equip and get the high scores, that's just how it's going to be. I did get a Black Mage VV 7-star, 2 of them. So I got 1, 2 to make a 7-star off of my cloud pulls, so that was a miracle and a half there. So he's going to be good for Dark Visions. I'm excited to bust him out for the first time. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you remember that quality of life coming with this Dark Visions. I know in JP, I think it was like 4 after, so hopefully we get it after 2. A little bit of speed up there. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. I promise more FFBE videos are coming. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt, 6 p.m. every Eastern, every Thursday for FFBE content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.